Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. Back for a little reflection, I guess. I haven't done one of these for a little while, but the people out there who don't like my pessimism will be glad to hear that I'm feeling quite optimistic this morning. Not optimistic, just chuffed with the performance that I saw on Saturday evening in the FA Cup quarter-final. Norwich did eventually go out. It took a lot of work from Manchester United to kick us out of the quarter-finals, but they did progress thanks to a Harry Maguire goal in the 118th minute. We took it to extra time, but unfortunately at that point we were down to 10 men due to Tim Close's red card. I don't know why I'm explaining this, you all know that information. I guess what you're here for is my thoughts on the game, and on the whole I thought Norwich looked very good. There was little to complain about. We saw the reintroduction of Timu Puki, Emi Buendia and Todd Cantwell, which was hugely important, and we saw from them changes that we did look better. We still didn't create tons of chances. I don't think you'd expect to create tons of chances against a Manchester United side, you know, comprised of a lot of very, very good players. And I think, you know, people have mocked Man United over the past few years for not being what they used to be, but they've looked really good in the last few months. I think they've probably got one of the best form records behind Liverpool and maybe Man City. It might even be above Man City, but they've looked good. And so, you know, we can't be saying, oh, it's only Man United. They have a good side now. So I was very proud of the boys. I thought the defence looked a lot more secure. There was a slight tweak in shape, wasn't there, which meant the defence, the midfield could sit slightly deeper, which looked good. I thought Tete again was really excellent, actually. I know some people don't like Tete, and he has got his flaws. Like, he's maybe not the most mobile of players, and he's maybe not the best passer of the ball, but in terms of just bringing a bit of solidity to the side, I don't think there's many players in our squad better, and you can always tell with players that are well loved by managers because they keep on getting in the side no matter who he's been managed by. He's had so many different managers manage him at Norwich with loads of different styles, and he's always found a way to get back in the squad. Another player who has had his critics, and rightly so, over the last few weeks has been Lukas Podolski. He made a few poor touches and a few, you know, stray passes, but on the whole I think his tactical awareness and his discipline against Manchester United was really good. He's obviously been brought into the squad for the Championship, you know, forward planning and all that. He's not a Premier League player, but I think he'll probably do a job in the Championship if he puts in performances like he did at the weekend. So there were certainly positives. We did go out, so I guess that's, you know, the end of the day. But it was better, and the frustration for me comes from, we know that we are on our day a very good side. We've got a very good team, and there's a reason that Cantwell, Godfrey, Lewis, Aarons, Buendia are all being linked with top 6 sides, because we've got quality players in there. It's just the application against Southampton and Everton that we didn't see, and people were saying, oh, the application was there against Everton. You're not telling me it was there, because if it was there we would have seen a performance like we did against Manchester United, which was so much quicker in the press. We just looked so much more up for it, and that's kind of a worry for me, because if we can't get up for a Premier League game, an important Premier League game, fair enough if we're 12th, we're not, you know, getting top 6 and we're not going down. We're not in that position. We are going down if we don't buck our ideas up very quickly. And there were perfect opportunities against Southampton and Everton to do exactly that, but we didn't do it, which now means we're probably going down unless we win 5 of our last 7 games, which is unlikely. But as we've said before, Villa can't win a game. Sheffield United are, you know, way above us, but they can't win a game. Bournemouth can't win a game. Watford look really poor. So teams in and around us are facing similar issues to us. So the positive here is, at least we put in a good performance in the FA Cup. And I have to give a shout out to Todd Cantwell, because he continues to go above and beyond. He was magnificent against Manchester United. It wasn't just a goal, it was his all-round game. You know, he got a real battering from McTominay in was it the first half, when he left a little shoulder in, a little elbow in, sorry, and McTominay should have seen action for that, but it shows the type of player Cantwell is. McTominay knew what he was doing there. He wanted to get in Cantwell's head. Similar age, similar type of player. And McTominay was like, no, I'm the United player here. You're at little old Norwich. Let me show you who's boss. And it didn't work. McTominay got subbed off, and Cantwell went on to score a really, really nice goal. And that would have meant a lot to Todd. And the celebration was great. It's good that our young players not only are fantastic footballers, which they are, they're genuinely really nice blokes as well. The kind of chaps you'd happily go out for a pint for, or in their case maybe a green smoothie at Wagamama's, because without their necking Carlings in weekdays, are they? Or maybe they are. Maybe that's the issue. But yeah, we're out of the FA Cup. I just thought I'd drop on here today. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. You know, it doesn't take much to make me happy as a Norwich fan, and that's what really annoys me when people criticise me for being negative. All it takes is like a couple of corners to beat the first man and a nice goal, and I'm kind of happy again. The frustration for me is where was that in the Premier League games? You know, we can turn up and put it in a FA Cup quarter-final match, of course we can, but have we just given up on the Premier League? It'll be interesting to see what we do against Arsenal. Like, the cynical side of me is saying as well, if these players do want a move to a top 6 club, which they do, and some of them probably do deserve it, you've got to be putting it in against the top 6 sides. Arsenal is another fantastic opportunity. It's the shop window, isn't it? It's the shop window. It's like any of us, if we want to move jobs, we're trying to, you know, look good to potential new bosses. And this is what the players will hopefully be doing against Arsenal on Wednesday night. Just a short one today. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Manchester United game. We were close, we were really unlucky. The Tim Close red card, I think it's just, you know, a result of Tim Close not playing football for 6 months or whatever it's been. He looked good for the majority of the game, just got turned by Igalo. Igalo was through. He took one for the team. It nearly worked, to be fair, because I think Igalo would have scored in that position if he hadn't have been brought down. We nearly took it to penalties, and I think we would have had a fantastic chance on penalties. I really do. So it was unfortunate. That's life. You know, we weren't expected to win. We nearly did, and it took a full strength Manchester United side to do it. They started with, I think they made 8 changes going into the game. I think they thought they could just roll us over. They didn't. They had to resort to Pogba off the bench, Martial, Rashford. They were all on the pitch by the end of the game, and it only just was enough to beat us. So credit to Norwich, credit to Farke. He got it spot on Saturday. So let's hope we can, you know, get a result against Arsenal, because it's do or die now. We really are. It is last chance saloon. We have to win on Wednesday if we want any chance of staying up. And I know I've said that for the past 4 months, but it really is do or die now. Win and you've got a chance, a slim chance losing, and it really is game over. So that's my thoughts. Thanks to everyone who joined us in the live stream. There were tons more people than I thought there would be from all over the world as well. I didn't realise Norwich fans are literally everywhere. We had people in Zimbabwe, Gambia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, South Africa, Australia, the United States, Slovenia. There were people everywhere. It was great to see. There was 25,000 of you across YouTube and Facebook. So thanks to everyone who joined us. If you haven't already subscribed, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit subscribe and you'll never miss out on any of the content. Excuse the hat, excuse the t-shirt. I'm now off to golf. So there we go. That explains today's fashion mishap. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.